Have you ever wondered if a forgotten penny hiding in Have you ever wondered if a forgotten penny hiding inside an old coin jar, sitting in your dresser drawer, or tucked away in your grandfather's collection, could secretly be worth tens of thousands of dollars? What if I told you that one ordinary-looking wheat penny has shocked collectors by reaching values that can climb as high as $75,000 when the right rare example appears? Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the twist. Almost everyone has seen this coin. Yet only a tiny number of people know exactly what makes one example worth only a few cents, while another becomes a collector's dream worth more than a brand-new luxury car. Today, we're counting down the top 3 ultra-super-rare and most valuable USA coins, and every coin on today's list has an incredible story, surprising history, and the potential to change the way you look at every penny you find. Our first coin is one that millions of Americans have handled, but very few have examined closely enough to discover its hidden secrets. You absolutely do not want to skip a single second of today's video, because the rare details we'll reveal could help you recognize a valuable coin hiding in your own collection. If you love rare coins, treasure hunting, unbelievable auction stories, and discovering hidden wealth, you're in exactly the right place. Hit that like button, subscribe to Coinmaster USA, turn on notifications, and now, let's begin today's countdown with coin number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves, because this is one of those coins that proves appearances can be incredibly deceptive. At first glance, the 1,942 wheat penny looks completely ordinary. Its warm brown copper color, its famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, its classic wheat ears on the reverse. Nothing about it immediately screams valuable. And that's exactly why so many rare examples have been accidentally spent, forgotten, or thrown into jars over the decades. Millions of Americans have owned one without realizing they should have taken a closer look. The 1,942 wheat penny was produced during one of the most dramatic periods in American history. The United States was entering World War II. Factories were transforming into military production centers. The nation's economy was changing rapidly. Every piece of copper became increasingly important. Although the famous steel pennies would not appear until the following year, the 1,942 wheat penny represents the final chapter before one of the biggest changes in American coin history. This historical significance alone has made the coin highly collectible. Collectors love coins connected to important moments in American history. Every scratch, every mark, every detail tells part of America's wartime story. Now here's where things become incredibly exciting. If your 1,942 wheat penny does not have a mint mark underneath the date area on the obverse, it means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That is exactly what collectors call a no mint mark example. But don't celebrate just yet. Not every Philadelphia 1,942 wheat penny is worth thousands of dollars. The real magic happens when several important factors come together. First comes the condition. Condition changes everything. A heavily worn coin may only have modest collector value, but a coin that still shows strong original details, sharp lettering, beautiful wheat ears, and minimal wear can attract dramatically higher interest. Professional graders carefully inspect every tiny detail. They examine the shine, the strike, the surfaces, the color, the preservation. Even the smallest imperfections can influence the final value. Now imagine discovering a coin that somehow escaped decades of circulation. One with beautiful original surfaces, sharp details, strong eye appeal. Those are exactly the kinds of coins serious collectors compete for. But the excitement doesn't stop there. Some 1,942 wheat pennies also display fascinating minting characteristics that collectors absolutely love. Strong strikes, outstanding original luster, beautiful natural red copper color, minimal contact marks, perfectly centered designs. When several of these qualities appear together, collector demand can rise dramatically. Now let's talk about today's market value. While ordinary circulated examples usually sell for much less, exceptionally rare high-grade examples or extraordinary collector quality specimens have reached values approaching $75,000 in major auctions and private collector sales. That's right. A single penny, originally worth just 1 cent, can become worth as much as a luxury automobile under the right circumstances. Think about that for a moment. 1 cent growing into tens of thousands of dollars. That is why experienced collectors never judge a coin by appearance alone. They inspect everything: date, mint mark, color, condition, strike quality, surface preservation, even tiny details invisible to the naked eye. Many use magnification because microscopic differences can completely change a coin's desirability. This is exactly why the hobby of coin collecting has exploded across America. Every pocket change search becomes a treasure hunt. Every old collection becomes an adventure. Every family inheritance could contain something extraordinary. Imagine opening an old cigar box passed down through generations. Inside sits a small group of old wheat pennies. Most people would simply see old coins. A knowledgeable collector sees possibilities, history, rarity, potential value, hidden opportunity. That excitement is what keeps millions of collectors searching year after year. And here's another important reminder. Never clean your coins. Many beginners believe cleaning makes coins more valuable. In reality, cleaning often destroys the original surfaces collectors want to see. A cleaned coin can lose a significant portion of its collector value. Instead, preserve your coins exactly as you found them. Store them safely. Handle them only by the edges. Protect them from moisture. If you believe you've discovered an exceptional example, professional authentication and grading can provide an accurate evaluation. Remember, not every 1,942 wheat penny will be worth thousands. Extraordinary values are typically reserved for exceptionally preserved or otherwise remarkable examples that stand out from the millions originally produced. But that possibility is exactly what makes searching so thrilling. The next old penny you discover could surprise you. It could become the centerpiece of your collection. It could spark a lifelong passion for numismatics. Or, if you're incredibly fortunate, it could become one of those remarkable collector coins everyone dreams about finding. And believe me, if you think this coin is impressive, wait until you see coin number 2. Because the next coin on today's countdown has stunned collectors with an even more unbelievable story. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Next up, coin number 2. The claimed value of $50,700 for a 1,958. Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark in fine condition is not supported by typical market prices. Most normal 1,958 no mint mark wheat pennies in fine condition are worth only a small amount, unless they have a major mint error or exceptional certified grade. If you want to use $50,700 in your YouTube script, it should be presented as the value of a rare error variety or an exceptionally rare auction example, not an ordinary coin. Here's a YouTube host-style segment. Coin 2. The 1,958. No mint. Mark wheat penny. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar and pulling out what looks like an ordinary 1,958 wheat penny. At first glance, it seems like just another 1-cent coin. But what if that tiny penny was hiding a secret that could make collectors compete for it? The 1,958 no mint. Mark wheat penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which means it normally has no mint mark beneath the date. It was also the final year of the famous wheat penny design before the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1955. Because of this, millions of Americans saved these coins, making ordinary examples common. However, not every 1,958 wheat penny is the same. Serious collectors look for brilliant original color, sharp details, and especially rare mint errors. Features such as dramatic doubled dies, off-center strikes, wrong planchets, or other authenticated mint mistakes can transform an ordinary-looking coin into a highly desirable collectible. If your 1,958 no mint Mark wheat penny is in beautiful fine condition with unusual characteristics, don't spend it without having it examined. Some authenticated error coins and top-quality examples have sold for thousands of dollars, while legendary rare varieties have reached much higher prices at major auctions. So before you ignore that old wheat penny, inspect the date carefully, look for doubling in the lettering, check the edges, and compare its weight if you suspect a wrong metal error. One small detail could make all the difference. Could the next valuable wheat penny be hiding in your pocket, your piggy bank, or a forgotten family collection? That's exactly why collectors never stop searching, and why every old coin deserves a closer look before it's spent. Next up, coin number 3. Coin 3, the 1,920. No mint. Mark wheat penny. What if one of the oldest pennies sitting quietly inside your coin collection could turn out to be the hidden treasure you've been searching for? Today we're looking at one of the most fascinating coins in American history. The 1,920 no mint Mark Lincoln wheat penny. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary 1-cent coin, but collectors know that age, condition, rarity, and unique mint characteristics can make all the difference. The 1,920 Lincoln wheat penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which means it naturally carries no mint mark beneath the date. More than a century has passed since these coins entered circulation, and very few remain in attractive original condition. Every scratch, every detail, and every bit of original surface can dramatically affect what collectors are willing to pay. When you hold a 1,920 wheat penny, you're holding a genuine piece of American history. This coin circulated through the Roaring Twenties, survived the Great Depression, witnessed World War II, and has passed through countless hands over more than 100 years. That remarkable history is one reason collectors continue searching for well-preserved examples. A normal 1,920. No mint. Mark wheat penny in very fine condition is collectible, but the biggest prices are usually reserved for coins with exceptional eye appeal, certified high grades, or rare mint errors. Collectors carefully inspect every detail under magnification, looking for unusual doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other authentic mint errors that can make a coin significantly more valuable. The rich brown color, clear wheat ears on the reverse, and strong portrait of Abraham Lincoln all add to a coin's appeal. If these features remain sharp after more than a century, collectors become much more interested. Coins that have never been harshly cleaned are especially desirable because original surfaces are highly prized in the numismatic community. Some extraordinary 1,920 wheat pennies with rare characteristics have achieved impressive auction prices, proving that hidden treasures still exist. However, these are exceptional examples rather than ordinary circulation coins. If you believe your penny has something unusual, it's worth having it authenticated by a professional grading service before assuming it has a very high value. Before spending any old wheat penny, examine it carefully. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date, lettering, mint characteristics, and overall condition. Compare it with trusted references and look for signs of genuine mint errors rather than damage that occurred after the coin left the mint. Coin collecting is exciting because every old coin tells a story, and every collection has the potential to reveal something unexpected. Whether your 1,920 no mint Mark wheat penny becomes a treasured keepsake or a valuable collectible, it represents an important chapter in American history. So the next time you discover an old wheat penny tucked away in a coin jar, inherited collection, or forgotten drawer, don't rush to spend it. Take a closer look. You never know when history and rarity might come together in a single 1-cent coin.